Please fasten driver seat belt.
Dre, Big H, y Triple C.
Yo, my peoples, what's up?
That's a good beat.
Silverback Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Big H. I got my brother Dre.
Good, okay.
What's popping?
Nothing. Chilling. Well, everything's popping.
Hanging and banging.
That's it. I'm tuned in.
Yeah.
Tapped in.
Okay.
And turned on.
Turned on. To the break of dawn.
That's it.
Wow.
That is it. Excited about life.
My peoples, I hope everybody's doing phenomenal. We back again. Listen to this episode 106. We are working, ladies and gentlemen. Word. First and foremost, Triple C.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
Maintaining and chilling, bro.
All day, every day. How you been? Everything good, bro?
Just living the life, bro.
That's all we could do.
All day.
Folks, we're back. Like I said, episode 106. Life is well. Life is great. We just working hard, grinding. You know, the pursuit of happiness never stops. The grind never stops. Before we get into it, let's get into my sponsors real quick. Charlie Schultz, my brother from Berman and Darby. I'm sorry, from Berman, Sobin and Gross. Sorry, Charlie. Berman, Sobin and Gross, the law firm. Ever get hurt? Personal injury? Hurt at work, personal injury? That's the man to go to. Charlie Schultz from Berman, Sobin and Gross. I got you, brother. Starbucks. Don't forget, all caps, Silverback Podcast, get 20% off. We love you, appreciate you, Starbucks. Everything is everything. Dre, what else?
Let's talk about, everybody has tattoos.
Yes.
Lucky 13 Tattoo Aftercare.
Lucky 13 Tattoo Aftercare.
They like us.
Okay. I like them too.
Yeah. I put it on, my joint glowing, and
it gives it that soul glow, the old school Daryl shit.
Yeah.
Coming to America type shit.
Glow.
Okay. Right. So, right. That's what I'm talking about. Word.
Yes, the discount code is a Silverback Podcast. You get your little percentage off, and slap that on the tattoo and get sexy because the summer's right around the corner.
Listen, slap it on the tattoo and get that glow. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it.
Like Bruce Leroy. You feel that glow, baby? You know what I'm saying? Word.
And that's it.
And don't forget, website, www.silverbackchronicles.com. Work with us.
Yeah.
We have it. Tell them, Jay.
We
don't have anything new yet. I'm sorry.
Because I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to what's going on around the world.
Yeah.
But import, it's just the shipping. We're working. We're working. It's been very difficult, but
we're going to get there.
We got people in Baltimore. All of our vendors are local. They're ready to work. It's just, the other stuff that...
yeah, that helps out with the process.
Yeah, we need that in order to bring it to Baltimore. They stamp it, and then we could put it out. But definitely some new stuff for the spring collection. Collection.
In due time.
That's my French designer voice. You heard? Collection.
So my folks, my peoples, listen, we back. We got a phenomenal guest tonight, a fellow brother. This man is amazing. He's an Army vet. He owns, like when we said when 100 was dropped, was going to go to Shipyard Pub. He is the owner of Shipyard Pub here in Baltimore City. My brother, Aaron Hammons, ladies and gentlemen. My brother, what's up, baby?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
What's up with you?
All is well, all is well.
All is well?
And I'm not wearing this t-shirt just because you came on. I usually wear this t-shirt.
Wow. I thought that was your night shirt.
At least he got one, bro. I didn't get one.
Say less.
There's a funny story of how I got this one. I got this one kind of by mistake.
Okay.
It's all good. That's one of my first designs. I did that, freehand. Actually had my tattoo artist draw it up for me. So
should we talk about the story how I got this t-shirt?
Be my guest.
So it was one night. Boom. We're in Fells Point, right? Right?
Yes.
So then this guy, whatever, we get into it. This dude ripped my shirt. I was wearing a beautiful.
Oh, that night.
Yes. I was walking around topless. And there's a lot of people that, that were there that night. So the dude rips my shirt and I have a jacket on. You know me, I love my pea coats.
Trench coat.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Thank you, sir. I have a trench coat and I'm like, you know what? It's like 3 a.m. You know what? Let's go to the Shipyard. 20 people go to Shipyard. I'm like, hey, you got. He's like, yo, what's going on with you?
Right.
He's like, yo, here's a T-shirt, and then it's my T-shirt. Thank you.
Nice.
Here for you, bro.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
So, bro, please tell the world where you from, born and raised.
Hey, so I'm born and raised in the DMV proper.
Nice.
I was. Yeah, I know, right? I was born in Seventh-day Adventist Hospital, so technically that's MoCo, Montgomery County.
Okay.
Family drove through the city, D.C., to get over to the other side. I guess that's where the good doctors are at.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing I could think of. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was born and raised in the DMV, D.C., PG, you name it.
Were you born with that luscious beard?
Well, yes, but it wasn't on my chin. It was actually on my head.
Oh my God. Triple C, please. Pause. What is going on right now? Wow.
Again.
Drop like 2 more.
Pause.
Open up like this.
Pause. My bad. Pause.
Jesus. Wow. Wow.
I'll do better.
Out the gate.
Just say it's a good beard.
Filthy animals over there. Both of you guys. Disgusting.
Yeah, this is my bro. I love him, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I love you too. Yeah, I mean, you come here for a good time. Let's give it a good
Absolutely.
time. That's what it is. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, carry on, bro. I'm sorry. I can't with this guy. He's starting off already. Jesus Christ.
I'm from the DMV, baby. I'm
From
rapping.
the DMV. Right.
I gotta bring him back.
PG County, right. So, how was, where'd you go to high school, bro?
I graduated from Suitland High School.
So, wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
What was it?
Suitland High School.
What? Yo, Suitland is like Brownsville.
Oh, really?
I made it out.
Suitland is bad.
Really?
No bullshit.
Yeah, it's rough
That
around
shit is
there.
the Wild Wild West. Am I lying?
Not at all.
Yo,
Not at all.
Suitland is no joke.
Shout out to all those teachers over there working. I'm just saying. Shout out to them kids. Stay in school, bro.
What? Please. He said Suitland. Wow. Yeah, no doubt.
How was it? Put me on.
So you ain't know about this?
Bro, so check this out. I mean, just, from my knowledge, the statistics back when I was growing up, Suitland High School, and I went to junior high school right next door, which is Drew Freeman, which is also right across the street from the old Homer Avenue, which is like that's like the toughest projects in Maryland, period. Hands down. So, yeah.
It gets busy.
It definitely gets busy.
Okay.
So at the Suitland, did you play sports, bro? After high school?
I played a little sports. I dabbled. I played basketball for a year or two, a little summer league. Definitely, I played football. But I think when I got into my older years, maybe sophomore year, I was focused on other things, if you know what I mean.
You play a different game, you heard?
you know?
Absolutely. One in the pink, 2 in the stink.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
What's wrong with that?
Is that a pause?
Huh?
1 in the pink and 2 in the stink? Oh, all right. Say less.
Oh, you ain't hear me?
I got you.
Okay.
That's that pimp jargon.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's the OG.
Right. Or it's 2 in the pink, 1 in the... You dig what I'm saying? To each his own. Anywho. Right. So out of high school, bro, so you went to the Army.
Yeah, man. I definitely went to the Army.
What was the passion? What made you want to do that? Something that you always wanted to do?
Honestly, it's a story that I don't tell a lot of people. But
Okay.
Oh, wow.
out of high school, well, my senior year, I wasn't going to graduate. Technically, I was on probation.
I had to play catch up too, son.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I was on probation. I wasn't going to graduate.
Probation.
No, I was on legal probation, my guy. Legal probation. And it was rough out there. So, recruiter came to the school, They make everybody take, the ASVAB and test for the military. That's standard. But, I was in the mindset, I was like, hey, told the recruiter, I'm not even going to graduate, so I don't even know why I'm doing this. And he came to me and was like, hey, if we can, figure out a way to, make you graduate and qualify, would you join the Army? I was like, probation, consequences, graduate high school, sacrifice a few years. I'm going with option B.
Absolutely.
Simple as that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How long was you in the Army for?
I ended up doing 10 years until I was medically retired. Yeah.
Really?
After a few deployments, a little wartime.
Thank you for your service, bro.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
How was the deployments? Like, where'd you go? What
Would you care to elaborate on the Army experience?
Yeah. What was your favorite country? Like,
it was crazy. I just don't want y'all to, trigger no PTSD up in here. Nah, it's a joke. Slightly. But anyway, no, it was good, man. I did a couple, couple deployments I couldn't talk about, but I definitely did Iraq as well.
Okay.
So I think that was 2004, 2005, something like that.
Nice.
About 21 years old, young lad.
Got out there early.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. A 13-month deployment, man. It changed my life. I know that.
Really?
Yeah.
So what did it do for you, like mentally? I know seeing the world is totally different, but what was that experience like? What did that do to you to set yourself up to where you are now?
Honestly, I would say the military as a whole, but definitely the deployment. It kind of, it opened my eyes and made me realize that it don't matter where you're at in the world. Like, there's always going to be some type of threat, some type of danger. Like I don't let that control the way I move. So I appreciate it because it made me a different person. Like it made me ready to take on anything. Honestly, it kind of, brought out that, that no fear in me. So yeah, pretty much.
That's dope.
So I'm willing.
What's it like living in the desert and all that?
Dirty, dirty and hot.
Yeah,
yeah, bro. 140 degrees with all that gear on. Yeah,
I heard it drops to like 30 degrees in the nighttime.
Yeah, depending on what time of year it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it made me stronger. Now I can deal with anything, bro.
Did it allow you to experience the other side of bad people?
Oh, that's a touchy subject. Yes, definitely allowed me to deal with the bad.
Because reality sets in instantaneously when it's time.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, you don't have time to really think about good or bad. It's pretty much, hey, what do I have to do to survive?
Absolutely.
It's period.
Yeah, because over there you the straight up enemy. Like here we fight, I might buy you a beer. Over there is alive or death. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm buying no beers. We don't even speak the same language.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely encountered a lot of incidents and close encounters for sure.
Did your training paramount in your existence in those situations?
I would say half of the training that I received in the Army definitely was, smarts? But the street smarts is what ultimately, absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. So, yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it back for anything. Honestly, it made me who I am today. So,
right.
Yeah.
Do you have friends? Of course, you got friends that was on there, serving with you and meeting new people. How do you feel as though mentally people are at the beginning stages and then once they're away from that in their home?
I think.
How does that affect you mentally? Has it affect you in a bad way? And if it has, what steps have you taken to become better or, deal with that? Honestly,
I think it makes you more aware and, it takes you outside of your own little comfort zone in your own box, so to speak. Because I've experienced, and dealt with a lot of people and, fighting side by side with other people. A lot of people, they deal with, the same situation in a totally different manner. So I know people that obviously aren't here anymore to speak about it. Unfortunately, rest in peace to all of them.
Absolutely, but rest in peace.
But I also know a lot of people that came home and like they struggle. They struggle fitting back into society. They struggle, you know, following rules. They struggle accepting, you know, I guess the way that, you know, normal people, you know, that walk the streets every day, they have problems accepting the way that they think and the way they move and, you know, sometimes they can't understand because they so used to, you know, that whole fight or flight situation, you know, constantly nonstop. So, you know, it just opens your eyes to, you know, people in general and you know, what the human brain can handle.
PTSD is alive and well.
Absolutely. I deal with it every day.
What do you think? Do you think it's an individual? Well, do you think it's an individual thing with each person when they come back on how they can deal, you know, being right back into society? Because I'm sure it wasn't that hard for you to get back into it because mentally you're just sharp and, you know, you separate yourself from everybody else. What do you think are the major problems soldiers have coming back, being, you know, re-implement, what is it? I guess
reintegrated into society.
How was that?
Wow. So I can't speak, you know, directly from any other person's perspective, but from my perspective, dang, this is the first time anybody's ever asked me this question. But
that's what happens when you're in the Congo.
Yeah, exactly. But I would, you know, briefly, you know, generally speaking, share my experience or my situation. You know, yeah, I was mentally strong, mentally tough, and everything like that. Once I came back, you know, I was shaking and moving. I was, you know, starting businesses, you know, grinding, like, you know, like closing deals, like, you know, I was out here moving, so to speak. Very successful young black man. You know, that's what people saw from the outside, but from the inside, you know, they don't understand everything that I would have to deal with on a daily basis. But I think. And I don't know if you guys knew, I had brain surgery back in, I want to say like 2011. But that brain surgery was from seizures that I was having right after I redeployed from Iraq.
Wow.
With that, shortly came, you know, anxiety attacks and so-called, you know, depression or PTSD or whatever, in whatever form it may have, you know, come in.
You suffer from epilepsy as well?
Not epilepsy. Well, maybe I did that one time, the first time it had happened. But long story short, the brain seizure, the brain surgery and the seizures, like after that, like things for me kind of slowly, you know, changed the way that I, you know, operate, the way that my brain worked. This is difficult a little bit, but I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, I suffered from my first anxiety attack, and I spoke with a doctor, you know, multiple doctors, and what they explained to me was, you know, every individual has, you know, in them, you know, a fight or flight, you know, system that they, you know, that their brain manages or whatever, but your body produces certain chemicals to help you deal with them, but it's like a muscle. So once it's stretched too far, once you've experienced too much, or, you know, once, you know, you dealt with so much stress, once it stops working, then it's hard for you to, you know, actually, you know, deal with those types of situations. So, you know, some people, you know, you can't control how strong you are. You only know, you know, once it's broken and you can't, you know, deal with it the way that you normally would. Right. So I've suffered from that. But, you know, people don't see that. You know, it takes a lot to recognize that and to acknowledge that and to try to, you know, work toward, you know, making yourself stronger or at least maintaining, you know, and a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people that came back that experienced things that I experienced, they don't know how to deal with that. So that's why you see, you know, a lot of vets that struggle on the street, either, you know, they, you know, either homeless or, you know, they're mentally, you know, mentally ill or unstable. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of things are caused by some of these, you know, stressful situations that they've experienced. So,
wow.
I have a, you know, soft place in my heart for them. So,
100%.
Yeah.
What you did was, and I always talk about it, like you got to look in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So you took what your condition or whatever you want to call it. You looked in the mirror, and that's the only way you can identify how can I improve. You know, a lot of people, they run away from that.
Yeah.
And they get stuck.
Yeah.
And it's like they have the same problems for years.
Yeah.
And it's like on every aspect, even like if you never went to war, everybody in society has like that moment where you have to have that ownership of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like just really look in the mirror and say, yo, Dre, like, this is what we doing.
Yep.
You gotta improve on this area, or you gotta own this, or and that's dope. Kudos to you.
Unfortunately, not everybody is rap like that, you know, and they need help. Yeah. They need a third person to come in and like, listen, no, we're gonna do this. Yep. Because I see you going this way. Yep. And it's sad because it's on both sides, because law enforcement is the same way.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying, but the change don't come until that person decides they want to change.
Yeah, but they need help. The ones that ultimately they need help. They need another person to pull them aside. Like, listen, I know you can't deal with this by yourself.
Right.
So let me give you know what I mean?
Support.
Let me give you a nice little grid of what you should do. Let me point you in the right direction. A lot of people
don't do it.
And no, a lot of people don't. Because a lot of people, they just don't want the world to judge them. They see it as they're being judged because they have an issue.
Or they see it as being weak.
Right. So they just they keep it bottled in. And that's not good.
And it never gets solved. Or that self-improvement never comes out.
Yeah. So you know, even on law enforcement side, a lot of officers
100%.
They're not staying, man. They're not staying, and a lot of them aren't living past retirement. Just not taking care of themselves. Just people have to have, you know, you got to have hobbies. You got to have outlets to do besides, you know, the main objective, which, you know, I know you get paid to go and, you know, enforce the police, the laws and things of that nature. But your life shouldn't be wrapped around I'm police. Turn that shit off.
Yeah, you got to turn it off.
Bro, that's one of my biggest things, man. I deal with people, you know, that have been in the military and well, both law enforcement as well. And I'm like, bro, like, there's so much more out here in this world. You know, you just got to get outside of that little box.
That bubble.
That was just a chapter of your life that you experienced that, and most people don't know how to get past that.
It's difficult because that bubble is like everything. It's like,
exactly.
You know, you meet women, you meet men. It's drinking, it's parties. It's like, yo, come help me, I'm stuck. You know, you have like a whole little world inside the world.
Yep.
And people don't understand, like, yo, it's actually a bigger world.
It's a huge planet, bro.
It's a huge planet.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like you experience everything inside of this little chapter of your life. Now you're the big fish in a little ass pond.
Right.
But it's a whole ocean out there.
But it's hard to think that you're in that pond because you got the gun and you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro, that was huge, man. I appreciate that. I thank you for, you know, letting the world know that shit is real though.
It's real.
It's real, man. A lot of people, you know, are not mentally stable that can acknowledge that I have a problem and really want help. They're not mentally strong. Yeah. So, you know, man, resources is everything. It's so imperative. It's so important to have people that you can go to if you have an issue or if you can't just deal with things. And that's in all, you know, in all lines of work.
Your whole professions.
Stress. Yeah. You know, stress is a lot.
I feel like as soon as you're born, it's PTSD. You come out crying, right?
Yeah.
That right there is like your body's in shock. Like, you was just in this womb and you were warm, and now you're in this world and they cutting your umbilical cord. Like, that's your moment right there. Like, you already know what's gonna happen, and now you just gotta navigate through it.
Yeah, it's life.
Yeah. In a nutshell, that's life.
Yeah. For what? I don't know what the purpose is, but hey, we here. Let's make the best of it.
Absolutely. So, bro, how do you feel? What led you to having your own business? Where did that come from?
Wow.
How did the whole business aspect in your life fall into place to where it's like, you know what, I did this, but now I want to get into business. I want to be my own boss.
Wow. All right. So this is this is part of my whole life testimony type situation. I'm not a religious person, but I'm very in tune with, you know, with the spirit. You
Absolutely. Sixth sense is everything.
Exactly. We had that conversation on a separate occasion.
You already know.
But in regards to business, like I said, I was medically retired, I want to say around 2010, 2011. I got my first job working at Booz Allen Hamilton, you know, nice, big, you know, government contracting company, doing my thing. I can't talk about what I do. I might have to kill somebody, but
can't say it.
Exactly, can't say it. But yeah, you know,
somebody else that worked for Booz Allen.
Yeah, federal government stuff, and I bust my ass like I was in the military. I bust my ass for these people, and I made so much money for them. Got them huge contracts. Like this is like when cyber was first, you know, starting off. But anyway. Long story short.
Yeah, that was huge back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like
cybersecurity, huge, bro.
Yeah. Like Anne Arundel Community College built the whole cyber training center from a contract that I fostered. Wow. You feel me? So long story short, you know, on the back end, it's time for, you know, annual reviews and stuff like that. You know, underappreciated. I overworked, but I'm underappreciated. So during the same period of time, I had one of my soldiers, he, you know, ex-soldiers, when I was in the military, came to me and was like, "Hey man, I want to start my own company." It was like, can you help me through this process? And I was like, all right. I went to a little, you know, school for business or whatever. And I was like, I'll lead you in the right direction. So long story short, about a year later, we finally, you know, get everything in place that we need to, you know, to actually be able to work and everything. And they found out that I was, you know, starting my own company, so to speak. So they were like, "Hey, you can't do both. You know, choose us or choose them." At this time, I was going to church, and the message was about fear. And fear, you know, as an acronym, stands for false evidence appearing real. So, like after I heard that message, I went home literally that Sunday and wrote my 2-week resignation without a job or a contract solidified or in place. I gave it to him. I would say 2 weeks later, you know, have a little going away luncheon for me. I got the phone call, literally, like I bullshit you not, from my business partner. And I was in the middle of the going away luncheon. And he was like, "Hey, we got the contract. When can you start?" I was like, "Monday." He was like, "Bet." He's like, go to the office, so-and-so, exchange, you know, get your badge, get your company name switched over. And from that point on, it was a wrap. Like, I was like, I control my destiny. You know what I'm saying? I'm in tune with my spirit. Whatever I manifest, that's my reality. And the rest was history.
Jumped all in.
That's it.
That's dope.
Feet first.
That's it.
Feet
Worry
first.
about the other shit later.
Absolutely.
Along the process.
I still kind of live my life like that. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but another conversation outside here. Come get to know me.
Absolutely.
And you'll see how I roll.
Right. That's dope. Yeah. So, go ahead, bro.
Now, to add to that, my fairy godmother, Donna, shout out to her, she always said, like, when you leap, the net will appear.
Yeah.
And you'll get caught.
Faith, baby, it's faith.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Absolutely. You got to take that jump. Because you'll never know.
But that only works, that net will only appear if you did the work. He did the work. You know what I'm saying? He knew. A lot of people jump and there's like,
where am I fall at?
Like, you go from the couch to jump,
now what?
That ain't gonna work.
You ain't had no fucking plans. You're just like, yo, let's do it. Let's do what?
You gonna fall on your living room floor.
Word.
You gotta work and then the net will appear.
Might twist your ankle too.
Right, a whole lot. Fucking kneecap up, everything. So, tell us about Shipyard Pub, bro. What made you want to get into the bar business? Where did that come from?
Ah, man. All right, now I'm trying to see what chapter. That's probably chapter 3 or chapter 4 of my life. Shipyard Pub, local bar down in Canton, 3500 O'Donnell Street. If y'all don't know.
There we go.
But now that you do know, I'll give you the background. Shipyard Pub was during a phase of my life where, you know, I was, you know, divorced and I was out here living my best life. I'd technically been married my entire, you know, adult life.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know that, yeah. Right. I had been married my entire adult life.
Is that chapter 2?
It's in there somewhere.
Chapter 3 right
It's
now.
in there somewhere.
Okay. Right.
But I was living my best life, man. I was, you know, young, black, successful.
My man.
You know,
luscious beard.
Luscious beard. It was luscious. Nothing but juices and berries.
Here we go.
It wasn't no Ultra Perm either. It wasn't an Ultra Perm, I promise.
Nowhere close.
Nowhere close.
Not even on Django. Well, no, you Django shit, no doubt. No doubt. All right.
Wow. All right. we gonna get back to the formula.
Right.
All right.
Shipyard Pub.
Shipyard Pub. So I want to say, I was out here living my life, and I was young and dumb. I was literally, very humbly speaking, I was a young millionaire. I was a 27-year-old millionaire, and I was just blowing money left and right. That's probably how I know so many people and how I'm connected in the city. It's probably one of the reasons. I'm grateful for that, but I would take back some of the dumb things that I did and the mistakes that I made, financially. But I was out here blowing money and living life. And I got to a point where I was like, this isn't taking me anywhere. This isn't taking me anywhere. So I was like, instead of, going everywhere and being a party wherever I go, why don't I bring the party to me? I can invest. I can set myself up for success in a recession-proof business. Like I said, I would bring the party to me, and I could still have the same fun and make money off of it. Simple as that. I've done it before in regards to business, so this should be easy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Little did we know, it wasn't easy.
Trials and tribulations.
Nah, it wasn't easy. Give you just a quick story to get to your point. I bought the spot in 2017, and I don't know. I'm not going to speak bad on anyone, but I kind of, bought a lemon, if you will. I put a lot of, money, a lot of time, a lot of effort into it. Pretty much, rebuilt the whole entire building from ground up. Only thing left standing was the brick. It took me about 2 years to get there. A lot of people, lost faith in me. A lot of people, that were on my team kind of, just stepped away or backed out or bowed out. It's not for everybody. Everybody's not built for this. So, it took me to lock in and focus when I was by myself. I was like, look, come hell or high water, I'm going to be successful, period. So, finally got to the point where everything was done, and I reopened in January of 2020, and then boom.
The recession.
Pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic.
I'm sorry, the recession. I'm about to get the
pandemic. Yes, the pandemic, bro. So, pandemic hit. What was that? March 2020, and I was like, yo, how worse could this get? What else could go wrong?
Really? Here we go.
So, from between then and now, I've been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of leadership and management, people that I've had in there that people that were in my corner, people I thought were in my corner. But ultimately, the relationships and things that I've built, and the friendships and people that, I've, supported, in my past, they were there to support me in a time of need. So, I'm still standing, at least 30% of, small businesses in Baltimore City in my industry have closed permanently.
Absolutely.
Let alone Black owned.
But to give you your flowers, right? What'd you do during that time?
I was grinding, bro. I was grinding.
You started pumping them out the window.
I started pumping them out the window, bro. So, literally the last phase of my, my construction, it was way out of my budget. It's like, yo, I want to put a garage window in here, but I can't afford it, bro. I ain't going to tell you how I got the money. Long story short, you got it. I got it. I got the money. I put this garage window in the front of my building. And then next thing you know, like I said, everybody's on lockdown, and they, the city implemented to-go drinks, which was a huge lifesaver because at the time I didn't even have a kitchen rolling. I had just opened up the bar, so that window kind of saved my life. During that time, I got a chance to get to know literally all of my neighbors because I was in there every day, people working from home, walking their dogs 10 times a day. You know how it is in Canton.
Absolutely.
You know how it is in Canton. So, I put myself out there, did my own marketing, self-promotion, building relationships, things of that nature, dealing with the community, sacrificing my time and that kind of stuff. So, those drinks pumping out the window is what did it for me.
And then you ended up winning what?
Winning? Well,
remember you won the Crush Wars.
Oh yeah. We started this whole contest between other local bars, and it was called Crush Wars. Everybody knows that Maryland is known for crushes, especially Baltimore. So we did a whole Crush War contest, and like our crushes got on the map. People love everything that we were doing. all of the unique flavors and things
That
like
lavender
that.
shit was crack. So.
Lavender lemonade is still a top
Amazing.
seller
I know it is.
in the wintertime.
Right.
So
Amazing.
yeah.
Only bar that puts like real flowers on your joint.
How about that?
Real flowers, man. We add a nice touch.
It was unique.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
definitely
We try to make people feel special, especially the ladies.
especially
Especially the ladies.
That's what we're here for. You know,
Our
what I mean?
queens.
Our queens.
Right.
That's it. Come get one.
How about that? And when you got that kitchen, the food was it's amazing. How was that? How was
man.
that?
The kitchen changed the game for me because I mean, if you're in the industry, you know, everybody sells alcohol. Alcohol will always sell. But if you have some good food, you know, people gonna come back.
Absolutely.
They'll
Always.
stay and they'll come back. Simple
Even
as
if
that.
they come back just to eat.
Exactly.
And then they'll wind up drinking.
Absolutely.
How about that?
Hey, exactly. I'm not, the they call me the Crush King Crush.
Right.
I don't know what it is. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me
Just come
Collect.
sit down and relax.
Exactly. Exactly. Simple as that.
Word.
He said, just don't call you collect.
Don't call me Collect. You call me whatever you want.
So, bro, how do you feel as a black man that has a business in America today?
Ooh, as a black man with a business in America,
That's successful.
that's successful.
Well, how do you feel
God.
as a black man in
Yeah.
today's society?
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you feel as a successful black man that's running a successful bar business in this world
Or in Baltimore.
and Baltimore?
Let's jump straight to the Baltimore because Baltimore is different. Baltimore, I've had businesses before, but this, like I said, this is my first business in this industry. And I kind of made it through without any guidance. And I mean, a little help from, I guess peers that I have in the industry as well. But in regards to being black owned, man, it's tough. It's really tough. Just to give you a few statistics, I think I'm on like one of 2, maybe 3 black bar owners in Canton. And I don't know if you know the climate in Canton, Baltimore, but it's not necessarily us that are there, being successful,
No.
if you will. So
It's not too many black and brown in that area that's successful business owners.
no, not at all, not at all. What's the next question?
And how do you feel being a black man in today's society?
Oh man, honestly, I appreciate a lot of the things that I had to go through to get to where I am. I mean, that's what built my resilience. I think that's what's keeping me and giving me that staying power. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful that I had to go through the hard things or jump over the fence or hit a couple speed bumps. It helps you learn. That's what gives you the experience that you need to survive. Period.
Have you experienced any like police stereotypes of like, you're a black man that owns a bar, your bar is gonna be ratchet or hood?
Oh man. Well, I haven't necessarily experienced police like that, but
Racism in general.
racism in general is definitely a thing. Unfortunately,
From the police?
not from the police,
Oh.
not from the police
Okay.
in general, not from the police. All of the police that I know, honestly, like I would say at least 50% of my friends are some type of law enforcement or military,
Mm-hmm.
period. So like I'm tuned in. Like we speak the same language, just from my background.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate them. They don't treat me any different. They're very, very supportive, whether it's my business or me as an individual. Like that's priceless.
Definitely.
That you have somebody like that you can turn to, get advice from, talk to in tough situations or whatever the case may be. Like I love y'all, bro.
Love you more, bro.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
absolutely.
So you think that adversity that you've come across molded you or it made you a better person on dealing with people?
Oh, absolutely. Prime example.
Because you're in a predominantly white area,
Absolutely. I've dealt with.
and your business is very successful.
It takes a lot of flexibility, if you will.
Absolutely.
A lot of compromise.
Bend but don't break.
Bend but don't break. You have to be very creative in the way that you deal with certain situations. And I've dealt with, everything from, people, in my DMs on my, on my social media for the bar. Mm-hmm. They leave all kind of crazy, crazy comments that
just very absurd,
just obscene and just reckless, if you will. Reckless.
Unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. Yeah, like for instance, like one situation that will always stand out that I tell people a lot, like everybody in the neighborhood that I've, gotten to know, they appreciate me as a person and they support me. They love me, regardless of their color, race, nationality, anything like that. But, it's always that one. Man, I had a guy that would, sit up there and call a liquor board on me for having too many black people out, coming into my spot, into my establishment and parking in the neighborhood. I had a runners group, come support me, year after year. And every time they come and they run through the city and they stop at different places and they're just trying to get some exercise, promote, some morale and, and support black businesses.
Pub crawls.
Yeah, pub crawls and stuff like that. Oh my God. Like I've had the liquor board called on me like every day for like a week straight at times until it got to the point where the liquor board kept coming out and it was like, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Right. Like, why can't we all just get along?
How about that? Why so much hate?
I have no idea, bro. Like, I really have no idea. And all I can do is pray for these people, bro, because at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be taken care of because I'm doing what I need to do.
Absolutely.
Simple as that.
I mean, it's also one of the bars in the city that, like, how many fights have you had?
Fights?
Yeah.
What's that?
Exactly.
Nah, that's unacceptable.
There's been no fights.
We don't tolerate.
You want to know why? Because he has a standard set.
Exactly.
There's a bar set on how you conduct yourself when you come into my establishment.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Be a gentleman, be a lady.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna have a good time.
Enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
That's it.
As people say, like literally, it's a vibe.
It really is.
It really is.
And you're gonna get that same vibe every time.
Perfect.
Period.
So, bro, moving down, man, what do you see yourself in the next couple years, bro? Any future endeavors that you want to get involved with? Do you want to expand Shipyard Pub?
Well, I will say that I am working on a few things to be continued.
Absolutely.
I really can't speak on them right now,
No
but
problem.
trust me, you guys will be the first to know.
Appreciate
you guys. But yeah, definitely working on something else right now that's in the same field. Going to expand out from just local neighborhood bar. Mm-hmm. Going to do like a lounge situation, nice. If you will. But again, we bring in a vibe and we bring in peace and a good time. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's perfect. Yeah. I love it, bro.
You go. Yeah, there's been times I come out of there a little, and I'm like, all the cars lined up, and it's like a Benz, a Porsche, and it's like. Just beautiful surgeons. There's doctors in there. There's lawyers. There's, you got, just it's a beautiful bar, man, in the city, and it's beautiful that it's black owned and there's never been no beef, no action, none of that. You've had a couple movie stars in there. I don't want to talk about that, but I mean, you being humble. There's been a couple nights that this guy's had, couple people in there, and it's all been love, and it's like wow, all in Baltimore, and nobody knows.
Right.
And this man is so humble that like he doesn't, scream it out. It's a vibe, like you said, and that's why these people come back to Baltimore, and they're like, yo, let's go to Shipyard, because they know they're gonna get some type of like, help me, exclusivity. Is that I say that right?
I have no idea.
That's the word, like being exclusive.
Right.
Like you ain't gonna have people coming up to you and like, and there's been a couple nights that it's just been a wonderful vibe, and right here, all in Baltimore, which is beautiful.
That's dope.
Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, bro, do you have any shout outs that you would like to give? How can people get in contact with you if they want to come to Shipyard Pub or to see you on IG, Facebook? How can they reach out to you, bro?
Me personally?
Absolutely.
No, actually, I do manage the Shipyard Pub IG page, and it's at Shipyard Pub, period. Not a period, but it's just at Shipyard Pub. Definitely drop in the DMs and leave a note, and I'll definitely follow up with you.
Let them know about the nights that you have coming up, about like nurses' nights, Police nights.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. First responder nights.
Right.
Yeah. So right now, we're going through a little shift in the way that we do things. We want to try to normalize some I guess some regular practices in Shipyard. We definitely want to reach out and do special things for the people that support us. We have a lot of law enforcement. We have a lot of teachers. We have a lot of young business professionals that come through. We have a lot of women's groups that come through. We have a lot of black organizations that support small businesses that are black owned that come through. Yeah, we definitely want to, do something special for those people because those are the type of people that keep us thriving. I will, shout out, off the top of my head, and please forgive me, charge it to my head, not my heart if I forget to shout you out. But one of the first groups that came through was the Runners Run group, based here in Baltimore. They're, on IG as well as Runners Run. And we also have another group, Black Ass Flea Market. They're, a woman-owned Black Ass Flea Market. Is BLK Ass Flea Market. Nice. They definitely do a lot of events where they incorporate a lot of small owned or small vendors and black owned businesses and put them on and bring people to their establishments and kind of like spread the word and do mixes and things of that nature. Very, very supportive. Trying to think of who else. Off the top of my head, those are the most recent two that I've been working with. I have another one, French Toast Connection ATL. French Toast Connection ATL. She's a black-owned business owner as well. She does a lot of catering and food pop-up events. Looking forward to working with a lot of these groups in the near future.
I'm gonna say shout out to the dude that had the Maybach and we on the city joint, but I ain't saying nothing.
Hey, humbly speaking. But no, shout out to Silverback Chronicles. Hey,
we appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to Silverback Chronicles. Like, I've been following you guys for quite some time. I would say at least 2 years now almost.
Means everything, bro.
Yeah. Y'all are some outstanding, phenomenal brothers. Y'all are doing some great things in the community and making a big impact, man.
Means everything.
I look up to y'all.
I look up to you, bro.
Literally and physically. Big H.
Not to me.
My man. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro.
I love you more.
I love you too.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
Amazing. Folks.
You're so back in your industry, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's all we keep around us is phenomenal human beings.
Word.
Yeah.
We love what we do.
Grinding.
We love a phenomenal story. Like, you're not gonna get that nowhere else. And he don't say that to anybody.
I didn't even.
And he brought it to the platform. Things I didn't even know. But that's what real ones do. And we appreciate any and everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. Dre.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody working. Peace and love. Shout out to We Own the City coming out soon.
Yeah.
And shout out to Real Ones.
Shout out to JB.
Shout out to
Triple C.
Shout out to all the Army vets. Shout out to all the combat Army vets and all the vets and combat vets and all the other military.
Wow.
Salute to y'all.
Best
of the peacemakers.
Yeah, he on his Billy D.
He ain't talk all day and then.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to the
Barry White.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And to send a shout out to him.
Smooth.
My peoples, episode 106. We appreciate you. We love you. Shout out to everybody that's on the job. Shout out to everybody that's on the planet. Stay safe, everybody. It's a new year. Get your fucking COVID shots. Get the booster. Do things right, okay? And, make a lot of money. And when you're making it, don't be reckless with it. Utilize it. Have a business. Put money away. Take care of your family.
Give back.
And for all you guys that's still hustling, let it go. If you're still hustling in 2022, guess what? You gotta wake up, bro.
The Alphabet Boys are watching.
Listen, get off the block. You make more money now working at McDonald's. Fucking McDonald's, I think they make like $16, $17 an hour.
That's wild.
Also, what's the other place?
You can't give no signing bonuses.
Word. What's the other place
That
where
is
you
so
when you go
wild.
for coffee?
Starbucks.
Starbucks make like $18 an hour, bro.
That's wild.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
Stress free.
So listen, you can do anything you want in this world. You just have to work for it. Stop fucking robbing people, taking advantage of people because you can, because that's stupid and you get bad karma. Because the boys in blue are going to pick you up. It's going to happen. You're going to get caught. Nowadays, modern technology, we see everything. We know everything. It's going to happen. But other than that, you can do what you want to do. We just want to give positive energy and work hard. That's the only way you get something. If you're a silver spoon in your mouth, get out there. Start working hard. All right? I'm enough of my tangent. We love you guys. Episode 106.
Yes. And with that being said,
tell them, Dre.
I don't want to ruin that.
Listen, peace and love.
Just let your soul.
All right, y'all. Be safe. We love you. See you next week.
And my man got a
The views and opinions expressed on the Silverback Podcast are those of the hosts, producers, and/or the persons appearing on the program, and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the federal, state, or local government. This includes, but not exclusive to, the Department of Defense and/or the Baltimore City Police Department.
The Silverback Chronicles podcast with Dre, Big H, and Triple C. Hit the subscribe button, like and comment.